Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG Build Guide Edition. Today I am ready to drop on you a brand new build. This is the new Druid Spriggan Form Christmas Tree Edition. Obviously Spriggan is a tree and this is a cold version and it's almost Christmas, so it's the Christmas tree version. You get what I'm saying. As always, we are going to go through gameplay, skills, passives, gear, and of course break down the character sheet. Everything is timestamped in the description below if you need to bounce around. Let's not waste any time and jump right into this. Starting off with some gameplay. Now the skills we're going to be using are Summon Thorn Totem, Eterras Blessing, Summon Spriggan, Spriggan Form, and Ice Thorns. Now you can probably see from the thumbnail that this is another minion focus build. It is a cold focus build for vines. So check this out. When you are in Spriggan Form, obviously you match your Spriggan summons, who are both cold, and you could make 6 large vines. And these vines are stationary turrets. They just shoot cold out and absolutely destroy everything. On top of that, you can make 7 healing totems. These totems obviously keep you alive and they shoot ice thorns. So spell, attunement, hold, everything with perfect synergy, and the totems do damage. On top of that, you can boost armor and do a little bit of damage and trigger Eterras Blessing through your ice armor. And on top of that, you also shoot cold. You will also notice during this run that I will not come out of Spriggan Form, even right now, almost being out. Watch this. Let's get our turrets going. You'll see our rage is starting to come up. Look at it. This is through one singular point in the Druid tree. We are almost back to full on rage. So you never have to worry about rage management. Now we are also using Ice Thorns, which auto triggers if you take a hit. It's a nice little bonus skill since we don't need all the other slots. I'm hoping we get a boss at the end of this run so that you can see what this does against single target. It is absolutely nasty. And our rage is back to all the way full. You're literally just walking through this run. Now, I compare this to my Fire Necro build guide because it is very good for leveling as well, because it kills everything on screen. And it's pretty tanky. Out of my way. Who do we got? All right, here we go. Ready? I'm going to put 6 right in front of them. Look at him. It's like a machine gun. Dead. That was pretty quick. Let's do one more. And we're off. This is a good little run. So for this, when you are gearing it, you are focused on obviously minion damage. Minion life doesn't really matter because these are temporary summons. So you want minion life, or I'm sorry, you want minion damage. You want points into attunement. You want cast speed. And then you want increased minion spell crit. Increased minion spell critical strike chance. Your minions have a higher chance on spell to crit. And you'll see all that during the gear portion. Just walk through everything. Can totally run empowered, no problem. I have not pushed high corruption with it yet, but this is where we are at. We tried this with the melee vines when I was streaming earlier for almost 6 hours. And melee was fine, but we were having lots of problems with the AI. A lot of times the vines were not attacking. So we found that running this as cold has really good synergy. And it's nice, and the AI is much better from a shooting standpoint. If you like Spriggan, this build is very fun. And you can still shoot too. But obviously your main damage is the vines. We've also tested during stream to see if we can go through a run and just use totems to look at the damage that they do, and they do decent damage. Obviously not as close to the vines, but they do make a difference. And of course, they keep you alive as they heal you. All right, ready? 6 right on top of them. All right, get out of there. You can't even see what's happening. 6 right on top. Machine gun. Single target, nasty. Let me show you how to recreate this build. Starting off with skills, and we're just going to go right down the line, starting with Ice Thorns. I will give you 1 second to screenshot it. And moving on. Now, what's nice about Ice Thorns is it's kind of a throwaway skill. Not throwaway as in it does nothing. It's just something you could throw onto pretty much any build, and it will do something for you if you don't have a 5th skill. What you want to do is 3 into Dagger Thorns, 2 into Armor, and 4 into Spell Thorns. This makes it where you have a 40% chance when you get hit to auto-trigger your Thorns. Then you want to come down and put 1 into Philly, 1 into Thorn Barrier, 5 into Bark Shield, 3 into Eternal Protection, and 1 into Bulb Shield. This is going to give you more armor when it auto goes off. Just gives you some added survivability. Moving over to our new and improved Spriggan Form. Give you 1 second to screenshot it. And moving on. Now let me say right at the beginning, this skill would be perfect at 22. Right now I'm just showing you it with 20 skills, but if you have +2 to Spriggan, I do recommend that. All right. So what you want to do is you want to come up first and put 4 into Overgrowth, 4 into Creeping, 1 into Grapevine. This is what makes your vines big. And then 1 into Garden of Rage. This singular point, 1 point into Garden of Rage, keeps you in Spriggan forever. As long as you're making vines, you are good. Then you want to come down. Actually, you want to go up first. 2 into Nightshade, and then 1 into Hunter's Bane. This is what makes the vines shoot instead of hit. You want to put 1 into Ice Branch. This turns you into a cold Christmas tree. Then you come down and put 4 into Totem Warden, 1 into Spiked Totems, and then 1 into Unbound Garden. This makes it so when you cast totems, you proc 3 at a time, and it gives you +1 to totems. And on Spiked Totems on this node, this is what makes it so you use your Thorn Totem tree. All right, that is Spriggan. Moving over to Summon Thorn Totem. Give you 1 second to screenshot it. Moving on, you want 2 into Totemic Wisdom, 1 into Memories of Eterra, 4 into Forested Expanse. This +4 is how you are able to make 7. 1 into Venom Tip Thorns, so you can get that chill chance, because poison turns into chill once you take Ice Thorn Totems. This is what brings all the cold together. You then want 1 into Frost Attunement, 5 into Winter Wood, 4 into On Ancestral Winds, and 1 into Torrent Thorns. Moving over to Summon Spriggan. And now what's nice about Spriggan is it makes its own vines, and you could turn it cold. You want 1 into Briar Summoner, 1 into Branches of Winter, 5 into Frost Leaf, 3 into Attuned Vines. This is last. Do that one last. 5 into Deadly Thicket, 4 into Vine Master, and 1 into Forest Razor. Now, your Summon Spriggan will be cold. Your vines will be cold, but they will be melee vines, not shooting vines. But it is still a very good summon. and it is going to get all that minion damage, just not the spell damage. Okay. Last but not least, we are going over to Eterras Blessing. Give you 1 second to screenshot it. Moving on, you want 5 into Improved Blessing, 1 into Purge, 1 into Efflorescence, 1 into Regrowth, come down, 5 into Ardent Touch, gives you increased attack speed for your minions, and 2 into Binding Heal. This will also heal you. Last, you want to go up and take 5 into Safeguard, which will boost elemental resistance and poison resistance. Those are the skills. Moving over to passives, and right now my druid is level 92, or actually very close to 93. You want 8 into Natural Attunement, 1 into Harmony of Blades, 5 into Hunter's Restoration, and 6 into Wisdom of the Wild. That's it for the base class. Moving over to Shaman, you want 8 into Shamanistic Infusion, 1 into Silent Protector, and 5 into Totemic Fury. You then move over to Beastmaster. You want 8 into Yersin Strength, 2 into Feline Bond, 4 into Boarheart, 1 into Loyalty, 5 into Porcupine Constitution, and 8 into The Chase. You then jump over to Druid. You want 5 into Plating, 7 into Prowess, 1 into Blessing Springs, 8 into Blossoming Garden. This is what allows you to trigger Eterras Blessing. You then want 7 into River Spirits, 5 into Wind of the Leaves, 8 into Wisdom, 1 into Woodland Beings, and 1 into Natural Duality. Now you can only have 1 companion in this build, but with Duality right here, you get a big boost. And on Beastmaster right here, with Loyalty, you get a big boost. So your Summon Spriggan is going to do a lot more damage, stay alive, and really help you more. Those are the passives. Moving over to gear, starting with idols. And really, I'm going to show you my idols, but they're embarrassing because most of them do not help us in any capacity. The main idol you want to see or get is this, and 2 of these. You can get as high as 7 vitality and as high as 60% increased minion critical strike chance. That works for all minions. So it'll work for your Spriggan, it'll work for your Spriggan's vines, it'll work for your vines. So that is what you want to find. My other ones, this is for melee, this is for bleed, some resistances, this is for physical and health, and this is for damage over time and physical. We just couldn't find any good idols in the time that we were streaming, but this is the one you want to look for. Moving over to gear. Nothing is required, but for your weapons, you do want to find gear that has increased spell minion damage, and you will see that as we go around. Also, you want to find as much attunement as possible. Helmet, attunement, increased minion spell critical strike chance. Amulet, minion damage. This is on here for the resistances because of the fire, lightning, void, and necrotic. I know the throwing damage doesn't help us. Weapon, 173 increased minion spell. Armor, increased minion spell critical strike chance plus attunement and life. Weapon, increased minion spell damage and cast speed. Like I said, cast speed is important. Ring, minion damage health. Belt, minion damage health. Ring, attunement. And again, I know void doesn't help us. The only ring we could find. Gloves, minion health and damage with hybrid health. Boots, attunement and move speed with hybrid health. And then relic, minion damage and poison resistance. That is the gear. Moving over to the character sheet. Now, the first thing I want to show you is resistances. Obviously, right now they are pretty good. Need a little bit of void, little bit of poison. But every time Eterras Blessing goes off, check this out. 186, 155, 170, 177, 135, 102. As far as resistances go, you do not really have to worry because you're going to be using Eterras Blessing. All right, looking at everything else, strength 18, attunement 74, vitality 14, movement speed 44. You do not have a movement skill. You do run pretty fast, but there is a new ring that allows the Spriggan to teleport. I haven't been able to find it yet, but that is something you can get and test. I just don't know yet, but that is in the game. Your damage you don't really care about. What you do care about is your cast speed so that you can make your vines as fast as possible. Not too bad to get up to max, but you do want as much cast speed as possible. Looking at defense, crit avoidance right now is 117, endurance is 35, endurance threshold is 416, and looking at minion, which we all care about, increased minion damage 355, increased minion spell damage 738. And then companion limit here is 2, but we know we can only make 1 because of the nodes that we took from our passives. That is the character breakdown. All right, everyone, that's the build guide. I want to know your opinion. What do you think of my Christmas tree Spriggan minion vine shooting build? Is there something I missed to push us to the next level? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm sure you've heard by now that I've officially started a Twitch, streaming on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, having so much fun with the ARPG community. This build we built together as a community on stream. First link in the description if you'd like to go there and support me on Twitch. If you haven't had a chance to join the official Action RPG Discord, please do so. We're now over 1,200 members, great conversations every day. The idea is to create a gaming community that could jump from game to game together, so you never start the server alone. Link for that Discord is also in the description. By the way, all 17 of my other builds are also in the description. So if you're looking for something new, maybe there's something down there that fits you. Hopefully you were entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.